الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم. Just a short hadith that I heard Sheikh Muhammad saying it yesterday, but I'm going to give it a little bit more detail. There was a brother, the owner of Red Tomato, the Arabic store in Ranch Cucamonga. He's from Palestine, he's from Gaza, and in the last couple of days he had a whole family related to him that was killed when one of the buildings was bombed, and the whole family died, the mother, the father, and 4 children. And they told us that this was, they had 75 family members that have died so far in the conflict, and this made it now 81. And so this was something that happened just again in the last few days. So sadly, it's still happening. The killing is still going on, and the people are suffering. And so we have our religion to give us some relief in some ways. And so this is just a reminder of those who die as shuhada or martyrs in Islam, according to our Prophet ﷺ. So there are a number of categories, and I'm just going to go over some of them briefly. The Prophet ﷺ said those who die in the way of Allah, so those who are fighting in the way of Allah, obviously we know are shuhada, like the Sahaba in the battles. Also martyrs from those who die of natural causes. So those who die from plague or some kind of severe infection, so we may call it septic shock nowadays, from drowning, from some type of abdominal disease, so someone who has cancer in their abdomen, someone who has blockage of their intestine and they end up dying from it. Umar radiallahu anh, he died from being stabbed in the abdomen, and at the time they didn't have the medical knowledge to know how to fix that, so he died from something in his abdomen, as well as being killed by the person who stabbed him. Or a falling building, so someone who's buried. So all the thousands of people in Gaza that have been buried, that are still buried. So one of the family members was saying how many of the family members are still buried. They have never gotten them in the buildings. And we know earthquakes, for example, also those who are crushed in buildings, like what happened in Morocco, what happened in Turkey, those are also considered shuhada. Those who die defending themselves or their family. So someone who's defending their property, their family, or their religion are also considered martyrs. Those who die while fighting to protect their rights, and then women who die in childbirth. So women who are giving birth and they end up dying, they are also considered shuhada. And then lastly, those who die from fire. So someone who's burned severely and ends up dying from the fire. We know that these things, it doesn't have to be that you died immediately. So someone who's burned, for example, they may die a month later from the complications of the burn, and they would still be considered shuhada. Or someone who was in a falling building and had multiple injuries, and again stayed in the hospital for a week, and then ended up dying, they would also be considered shuhada. So I'm sure there are some of you here from Palestine that have also had many family members that have been killed. So we ask Allah to make them shuhada and to help a solution to come that will stop this killing and to have us have peace in our ummah again, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.